Probably my favorite part of a new concept ship is all the theory crafting, which takes place before we have more information about what the ship is. Dr. Strut, thank you very much for this image posted on Reddit showing a comparison of the sizes between the heavy fighters we have in the game right now. From the left, we have the F8 Lightning, then the Scorpius, and then the Vanguard on the right. Now, obviously, you can see that it's probably the shortest of the ships, but not the most slender of them. Unpopular opinion incoming. I like the look of the F8. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the X-Wing concept, but the F8 as a heavy fighter still does it for me. But if the Scorpius has an interior with a bed for logout, I am sold. We're going to take a look at a 3D model right now and see what we can tell about this. Let's go a bit bigger so you can enjoy this in all its glory. Here it is, the Scorpius. The model's been exported to Sketchfab and we could take a look around it. So first of all, let's start with the front profile. If you had told me at this distance you have an X-Wing coming into Star Citizen, absolutely. But as we get closer, you see some differences coming out. So first of all, the nacelles, the engines here. Now that is definitely Constellation inspired from the back. There's no doubt that is a Constellation from behind, but obviously those wings come out. We'll take more look at the wings in a second. First, I want to take a look at what weapons we have here. Now, for the sake of not making a ship too OP, I'm going to go and say, and I'll stick by my initial theory crafting, that those are size 2 gimbaled laser repeaters on the wings. Having 4 size 3 gimbaled, way too OP in my opinion. So I'm going to go and say size 2 gimbaled on the wings right there. There was an image put up on Reddit showing a Gladiator with a CF337 Panther repeater, which is that. And they're basically saying, hey, take a look at that and then take a look at this. Doesn't that look the same? Yeah. So would you say fixed size 3 on the wings? We'll find out soon enough. Usually, if this goes on sale on Friday, maybe Concierge gets it on Thursday, which means we have 2 days to find out exactly what's going on with this ship. But there's more interesting things I want to take a look at. First of all, the very unique turret on the top there, we took a look at it. Now, hey, can these be all size 2s? It can. If these are 8 size 2s, that's a serious amount of DPS the ship can put out. And obviously, you're noticing these rockets here. Let's say size 3, there's 8 of them. This ship puts out a serious amount of DPS. Now, I want to take a look at something interesting here, and that is around the wing. So you will notice this round type of hinge the wing is on right over there. It's possible that these wings not only come together, so you can see all the pistons in there. So these wings obviously, by the way this is designed, come together and very likely pull back like that. Can you see that? Yes, you can. My camera's covering it a bit. So it's very, very likely that these wings will fold back to save space, and it does look, we kind of have the same thing in the Hawk where the wings fold on these very similar mechanisms. You can kind of see it over there. Yeah, I think that's it. I do think these wings come together and fold back just like that, allowing you to fit them on your favorite. Will it fit on an A2 or a C2? Maybe. Now, let's take a look at something else here, and that is obviously what looks like the entry into the ship itself. So it does have an interior, and if we just glitch our camera inside like so, now, would you say that perhaps that in front of us there is a bunk? Is that a bunk for a bed logout? 2 of them, 1 on each side? Maybe. Obviously, we have no way of knowing. We can't tell from this interior. It is unfinished. But yeah, not outside of the realm of possibility that the Scorpius does have interior beds for logging out, which in my opinion make this awesome. So the other cool feature about the ship, which we saw in the concept art itself, is that this turret does swing back. Now you see these 2 grooves going down the center of the page right over there. That's where the turret slides back on, and the turret swings around and goes underneath and points backwards. Now, it is highly unlikely that the pilot can control this turret and fire backwards while you're flying forward, unless you have some sort of video which shows you what the turret sees, making this possibly the most OP solo ship in the game. But for the sake of balance, I say very, very likely a co-pilot will have to control this turret if you want to fire backwards. If a single pilot can do that, then damn. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people crying about every single other fighter ship in the game, because that's going to be crazy if you can shoot backwards from the pilot seat. But yeah, I'm going to have to say co-pilot probably has to be there to take care of that. Now, we don't actually see any pilot seats. They are obviously one behind the other like the F8, but that's all we see from these images here. And very, very cool. A lot of different designs in here. The front end, they've taken some from the F8, right? You see that too? That the front end of the F8 and the Scorpius kind of borrowed from each other. And there's a lot of different... I see a bit of the Mustang in there. I see a bit of a Constellation in. It's a bastard child of a ship. And I guess we wait maybe 2 more days to find out more about that. Now let's talk about price. I would say for this much DPS, and if it has beds for logout, it's going to be pricey. I'm going to put it on around $350. On the high end, $400. What do you guys think? I definitely think that this is a hot seller. A lot of people are definitely interested in combat, and when it comes to combat, heavy fighters are where it's at. I don't care what kind of shields or weapons you put on your small fighter or medium fighter, the heavy fighters will dominate, usually, in fights. So I definitely see a lot of demand for this, and I'm going to say it's not going to be cheap. I'm going to put $350 to $400. I may be wrong. We will find out in 2 days. So there we have it. So definitely pistons on the wings. Those do come together. Those do roll back. And it definitely does have an interior. That is your entrance. Unless that is just cargo. And the entrance is here. The pilot comes in from underneath right over there. That is a possibility. Pilot seats come in from underneath. And the back is only cargo. We find out soon enough. So that concludes our theory crafting for the Scorpius. Give me your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. If you enjoy my content, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. In the next one.